Hi, thank you for joining today's seminar, Senior Living Options. My name is Bill Brotman. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing here at the Oaks at Danville, a Spring Point Senior Living Continuing Care Retirement Community. So as you can see behind me, all the seats are empty. Well, I do seminars every single month, and most of the time people are going to come to the Oaks, and I'll have anywhere from 40 to 100 people that want to hear more about the community or find out more about CCRC living, or as in today's seminar, they want to know about senior living options. But I couldn't have you in today because of the COVID-19 virus, so this is the next best thing. We've been finding that webinars have been very successful, and we really are able to get the information out to the people that need it. So if you're viewing this seminar today, you're either a senior who's getting ready to retire, you're currently retired and you want to know what the next steps might be in the future, or you're a family member looking for someone, maybe a mom, a dad, or another family member, and want to know what other senior living options they may have available to them. So with that said, let's start and talk a little bit about some of the options. So if you currently live in a home right now, it may look like this. That's the winter, and that is New Jersey. Or maybe your home is your castle and you live in a home like that. But you probably live in something like this. Or you live in an apartment or a condominium or a townhome. Well, your home is your castle no matter what home it is. And we love going home. And think about it. Your whole life has been, I can't wait to go home. You'd work all day, you'd go home. And home is awesome. It's very comfortable. You know your surroundings, you know your neighbors. Well, maybe it's come to a point where taking care of a home is a bit too much now. Maybe, and as you can see in this picture, there's a lot of lawn that has to be mowed. Well, I don't want to mow it. So can I still get it done if I don't do it? Sure, I can hire somebody to do that. But I'm still going to have to take care of the repairs on the home. So maybe I have an oil burner and I have to take care of that. Or maybe my roof is about 30 or 40 years old and it's time to replace it. Or I need to paint it, or I need to redo the deck. Or maybe I have a septic and I have to replace it or upkeep that. Either way, I'm paying real estate taxes if I own the condo, the co-op, the townhome, or my regular home. And real estate taxes are expensive. And you probably don't have children in school, so why are you paying all these taxes? They're probably not building new roads and building new infrastructure in your town or your city. So you're paying this because you were raising families there and you were living there and using all of the community, and I mean the municipality, the town, and what it has to offer. But maybe you're not doing that anymore. But I like living in my house, but it's becoming too difficult. So what are the other options? Well, maybe you want to stay in your home and you'll bring in care and services like a landscaper or someone that can come and run errands. Or maybe you need more care than that. Maybe you need assistance getting out of bed in the morning because of bad arthritis or spinal stenosis or anything along those lines. Well, you can bring a caregiver in and they can help with a lot of that. But you have to be a different type of person to want to do that, because you're bringing somebody in that's typically much younger than you, and this becomes your new friend. And yes, they're providing a service, but what you're missing is the socialization and the engagement that you would typically have with somebody else your own age, or groups, or people to dine with, and so on. And I'm not saying this person wouldn't prepare meals, but it's just a different feel. This situation is really good for the person who's not a people person. Maybe they worked in a cubicle most of their life, or they were out on the road by themselves, or maybe they were hypothetically a truck driver and they really weren't around people most of the time. This is a good setup for that person. But for people that are looking for more and want engagement and socialization, this doesn't always work. The other option is you can decide to move in with your family. You know they'll take care of you, they love you, but the problem sometimes is your adult children are still working and they have children of their own. So they have busy lives and busy schedules, and if they're not home during the day, what's really the difference between you staying in your home currently where you are now or moving in with the kids if they're not there? And are your kids empathy driven? I know they love you, but are they caregiver type kids? Do they have a background in that? Is it something that they're going to want to do? Or as they get older and their kids leave the nest, do they want to go on with their retirement and travel and so on? So sometimes this works, but other times it really doesn't. So the other option might be, well, I'll move to a 55 and older community. Well, that's awesome. If you play golf, or maybe you play basketball or work out, or maybe you're into paddleboarding or kayaking, or maybe you're a skier. But if you notice as I'm going through this, yes, it's a 55 and older community, but you're probably not 55 or 65. Maybe you're 75 or older. So many of the people that live in 55 and older communities are substantially younger, and they're really what we call very active. Well, maybe you would go to the clubhouse and you can still go to a dance and still intermingle and be engaged. But if you look at this picture, and we all picture ourselves younger than we are, this gentleman's probably in his 50s, maybe 60. The woman that he's with is probably in her late 40s, early 50s. Heck, I'm 59, and I look older than both of them. So what I'm saying is this may not be the right fit for you either. Many of the people that live in 55 older communities make another jump, and they move there at 55, 57, 58, 60. If you're much older than that, you may have missed the window for that, where you couldn't take advantage of all the activities and amenities that a 55 and older community offers. So what do you do? So you have to ponder, what are the other situations? Those are all situations that we just discussed that are all things that you can do when you want to, not when you have to. Maybe you'll stay in your home and wait until you have to. Well, what does have to look like? Well, maybe it's an assisted living community. An assisted living community is where your independence is limited because you need assistance with activities of daily living. Now, there's a lot of activities of daily living, like writing checks and driving cars and food shopping. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the 5 core activities of daily living, such as bathing, toileting, dressing, feeding yourself, getting up and transferring. If you can't do 2 of those 5 things, you're probably a prime candidate for assisted living, where you're going to get care. You'll get 3 square meals a day, and if you need assistance with feeding, they'll assist you with that. But you'll also get assistance with transportation, or maybe you need you're in a wheelchair and you need somebody to help you get around. But your activities are going to be limited to less assertive and less active things. You're not kayaking, and you're not sculling, and you're not doing cross country or skiing anymore if you're in assisted living. Well, maybe you decide, I'm going to stay in my independent living. I don't like the idea of assisted living. I'll wait till I really need everything. Well, everything is really what we call a long-term care community or a nursing home. That's what we know of. If you remember your parents or family members, there were only 3 ways that they could age at the time. It was either stay in their own home, move in with their children, or move to a nursing home. It's very similar to a hospital setting. It has nurses round the clock, and the person that lives in a long-term care facility or community really needs round-the-clock nursing care. Again, your activities are going to be limited, but the benefit of being there is that you do have nursing and you do have care and emergency services if that's what you need. But if that's not what you're looking for either, you don't want to stay in the home on your own, you don't want to bring in care, you're past the point of moving to 55 and older, the assisted living and long-term care are situations that you're not looking at, especially not now. So what other options are there? Well, I'm going to play a little video for you, and I'm going to explain a continuing care retirement community, and that might be an option for you.
Meet the Daltons. Like you, they wanted to create a plan for their future. And like you, they had questions and needed answers. At Spring Point Senior Living, we have solutions. So the Daltons decided to take the next steps in planning their future, and you can too. The Daltons now live in a Spring Point continuing care retirement community. They're enjoying an active lifestyle, new friendships, and the joy of maintenance-free living. And they now have peace of mind knowing that on-site healthcare is available should their needs change in the future. To become a Spring Point resident, you pay a one-time entrance fee that secures your home. From beautifully appointed apartments to spacious cottages, we offer a variety of living options. As a resident, your monthly service fee covers all your living expenses. Spring Point makes it easier to pay your bills with a single monthly check. The monthly service fee covers a variety of services and amenities, including utilities, interior and exterior maintenance, 24-hour on-site security, meals, housekeeping, and transportation services. Plus, you'll enjoy full access to the Community Fitness and Aquatic Center, library, enrichment programs, entertainment, spiritual care programs, and much more. We also offer high-quality on-site healthcare services that cater to the needs of each individual. Our full continuum of care offers increasing levels of care services that you may need as you age. This includes independent living options to home care, assisted living, rehabilitation, skilled nursing, and memory care services. So, what makes Spring Point unique? We are CARF accredited, meaning we exceed the toughest standards for quality senior living. We are a nonprofit organization, so serving our residents is our primary concern. We also have a rich history of inclusion, creating a culture that encourages all our residents to live their best lives, regardless of their differences. Better yet, our complimentary Move Ahead program helps organize your move. Our caring team is here to minimize the work and make your transition easier. Now the Daltons not only have solid plans for the future, but are enjoying the carefree lifestyle of a Spring Point community. And they can now enjoy all of the activities and services that we have to offer. It's time to take control of your future. Contact us today for more information.
Okay, so now you have a general idea as to what a continuing care retirement is, but how does it work and what does it look like? Well, behind me is the kitchen of an evergreen apartment at our continuing care retirement community at the Oaks at Danville. I have studios, one bedroom den, two-bedroom apartments. They're fully appointed with stainless steel appliance packages, brand new cabinetry and Cortec wood style floor and stone countertops, washer and dryers in just about all of the apartments. Many of them have balconies and decks. They're big bedrooms where in this picture you can see we have a queen size bed. They're bright, they're airy, sliders out to decks. But it's more than just the four walls. It's chef-prepared meals. Here at the Oaks at Danville, we have Chef Joe Payne, who used to be on the Food Network with Emeril Lagasse, and his food is second to none in the area. His presentation is phenomenal. It's not just about good quality of food, it's about presentation and taste. He also can adhere to various people's diets. So if you're gluten-free or you have allergies or lactose intolerant, he'll work with you. Maybe it's the maintenance. Maybe, as we said earlier, you no longer want to take care of the house or it's just too much. It's maintenance-free living if you live here. Anything breaks, we fix it or replace it. Security. It's not a policeman, it's security. Security is basically round the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's no gate outside, but it's a gated community. And if you need any assistance, nobody's getting in and out of the building unless they get past our security. Maybe it's housekeeping. We clean everything every single week. We clean all day long, every single day. In your apartment, every 2 weeks we'll come in and we'll clean the apartment, bathrooms and kitchens and carpets and sweeping. That's what they do. There's no extra cost for any of that. On-site medical. Our resident health is amazing here. Resident health care, we have a nurse in the building every single day. So on a day that you're not feeling well, it's difficult to get your doctor, you can just call resident health or stop in to see one of the nurses. Or maybe you need help getting out of bed in the morning, or maybe your balance is off and you need help with showers. You can get that even though you're still in independent living with the help of an aide through resident health. Maybe you've recently had a hospitalization, you've come back, but now you need physical therapy, occupational speech therapy. Guess what? It's right on the premises here with the Oaks. You pay additional for it, but if you have a prescription for it from your doctor, You can just go right to a physical therapy right here on the premises. It's also our Live Well program. Live Well is the 7 aspects of healthy aging. And that's things like spiritualization or nutrition or physical fitness or vocation. Not that we want to put you back to work, but maybe you were an accountant and you want to be on the finance committee, or maybe you're a foodie and you want to be on the dining committee. We want you to be as active, as engaged as possible. And the Live Well program really encompasses all of that. So whether you want to go to the library and take out a book or pick up a periodical, maybe you want to just have a friendly game of backgammon or chess or any other board game, or be participating in our weekly Scrabble games. Or maybe you want to do something simpler, but you want to be engaged and you want to share a puzzle, because we have puzzles out every single day in the Commons here at the Oaks. Maybe you want a little more excitement. Maybe you want to play poker or casino night. We have those as well. Maybe it's really the socialness and the engagement that you want to participate more. And maybe that's what you're lacking, being in the home that you love, but you're not seeing friends as the way you used to when you were younger. Or maybe you want to go to lectures or seminars. Maybe you just want to pick up an old hobby, photography, and be with friends. Or maybe you want to be in a safe, secure environment with your friends, but know that there's always people here to assist and help you that are around the clock in the building. We have a director of resident services, activities, executive director, director of nursing, director of security, director of facilities for maintenance, director of marketing like myself, director of dining. There's always people that you can turn to. You're never here on your own. And I think the biggest thing that I hear when I talk to people is they love dining with people. Eating alone isn't fun. So if you eat alone at home, maybe you're not eating quite as well as you should. Maybe you're not preparing meals, because preparing for one is different than cooking for a family. But again, socializing, having a glass of wine, enjoying your time with your friends. That's the golden years. That's what we're talking about. Sharing your experiences with friends and making more experiences with new friends. So with that said, if you have any questions, or you want to find out more about how it actually works, because it's an entrance fee community. You pay a chunk of money up front, and then you pay a monthly service fee to live here. You have to qualify financially, medically, and then you're going to be assessed by our team to see, are you qualified to live here? So it's a process, it's not an event. And I can talk for about an hour just on CCRCs and the Oaks in general. But today's seminar was really to give you an idea of what your options are as you get older, or again, if you're looking for a family member, what their options might be. My name is Bill Brotman, and I'm going to give you my direct line. It's 973-664-3725. That's 973-664-3725. I'm available on a daily basis. Give me a call. Say, Bill, I want to find out more about how this works, or maybe we can come in, or maybe we can do a virtual online, like a Zoom meeting or a FaceTime. I'd be more than happy to assist you with this process. Once again, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to see this, and maybe you're not seeing it live and you're seeing it as a video. The phone number is still good. You can give us a call. Thanks so much for participating.